Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are going to make a necklace using products from the Bargain Bead Box, February 2022, which was called Amethyst Elegance, okay? If you're not familiar with Bargain Bead Box, it is a monthly beading subscription service. It's a great deal, $19.95 a month, product shipped to your door. And like this month, they said that the retail value was $77. So $19.95 is pretty good. And I did love this month's box. So if you're interested in subscribing to Bargain Bead Box, I have a coupon code. It is Wendy2. They also have a sister store. When you subscribe to their monthly box, you also get a coupon to use in their sister store every month. It's 30% off. You can use it over and over as many times as you want. And yeah, that's a perk also of being a subscriber to the box. But you don't have to be a subscriber to shop in their store. You can shop there anyway. And if you want to use Wendy2 in their store, it will give you $2 off your first order or $2 off your box if you subscribe. Okay, so I'll have all the information in the description box below. Our encouraging word for today is don't count the days, make the days count. So, you know, we're getting ready to move again to Florida, and time is flying by. So, yeah, don't count the days. Make the days count. All right, so what we're going to need for this tutorial is we're going to be using this pendant piece, which I really did like this. I think this is gorgeous, and I like that it's different. It's not the normal one where it's wrapped at the top, but this is really cool. Okay, so we're going to be using that. We're going to be using several of these really pretty little... I don't know what these were called. What the heck? What were these called? Circle, no. Let's see here. They weren't the purple agate. They are the 10mm patterned glass beads, I think. They're so pretty. I really, really love these. So we're going to be using a few of those. I'm not sure how many yet. We'll see when we get into it. We're going to be using some of the little ceramic beads that were in here, and I loved these too. Thought they were so pretty. We're going to be using some of the bicones. We will need one toggle clasp. I have 2 crimp beads and 2 crimp tubes. Now these are size 2mm crimp beads and size 2 crimp tubes. I pulled out some of my own bead caps from this because I wasn't really crazy about the bead caps they sent this month. And I like these a lot better. So I went ahead and pulled these out. So I think we're going to use those. Toggle clasps. Did I say the toggle clasp? I think I did. And I've got some hanger bells. So these are just regular old hanger bells. I got these from AliExpress. I actually have the hanger bells and the bead caps and the Coriana chain if you're interested on my website. And right now I have a 20% off coupon for everybody. It is Big Sale 20. And you can use it over and over as many times as you want. At first, I had limited it to 1 per customer, but I think I'm going to do it. You can use it multiple times. So if you're interested in the Coriana chain or these bead caps or some hanger bells, they're up there on my website. Okay. And I think that's all we're going to need, and your jewelry tools and the Coriana chain. I don't know if I mentioned it. I think I did. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Let me move these things out of the way. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use these hanger bells on this Coriana chain with these guys. And we're going to make some, oh, you're going to need head pins. Head pins and eye pins too. I'm so sorry I did not even say those. I haven't pulled them out yet, but you're going to need them. So head pins and eye pins. And I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do this, but like I'm designing on the fly here, so we'll see. All right, so I'm going to take my chain, and what I'm going to do with my chain is untangle it, and then I'm going to hang my pendant piece on in the very, very middle. So it's just going to hang right here like this. Now, I was looking at this earlier, and I couldn't totally decide if I wanted to, if this was going to be long enough or if I was going to hang it from something, but I think it's going to be low enough on its own. And what I'm going to do, let me just look. I'm designing on the fly, so it's kind of like, how do I want to do this? Let's see. I think I'm going to use a couple of these guys. So I'm going to do 1 on each end. And my piece of chain here is super long, but I just haven't cut it yet because I'm not sure the length that I want to make this. Again, that's a very personal thing per person, you know, so you just have to kind of decide how you want yours to hang and cut it as such. Okay, so what I'm thinking here is I'm going to hang these hanger bells on here, and then I'm going to do a dangle from them. So I don't want them to be too close to this guy. So I think I will do a bicone next on each side. And we may do this and then not like it and take it all apart. I just can't. I want to kind of get an idea of how it's going to look. This bicone won't go on here. Some bicones go on this chain really easy. Some are a little harder. But they will go on if you're patient with them. Whoops. Okay. Actually, I think my chain's kind of bent right there, and I don't want to go over that, but there, he went on there. Let's try this one again. There we go. Okay, so we've got those 2 beads and the 2 bicones. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 more of the ceramic beads. Let me pull some of these others down. I kind of like the more colorful ones for this. They're just beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. Okay. Now let me see if that's going to get out a little wider. So then if I do my drops, they're going to look pretty good, I think. I may want to do 1 more bicone on each side just to be safe. So 1 more bicone on each side. And I think, yeah, I think that's going to get me out far enough. Okay, so now I'm going to take the hanger bell, and actually, I'm going to have to do 1 more of these ceramic beads, because if I don't, the hanger bell is just going to go right over top of those little bicones. So I'm going to do 1 more ceramic bead on each side, like this. It won't matter. It won't hurt to do them, to use them. They're so pretty. Okay. Now, I'm going to do a hanger bell on each side. Okay. Just like this. And then I'm going to take an eye pin, and I'm going to do a bicone on my eye pin, a bead cap, my pretty etched bead, a bead cap, and another bicone. Okay, just like this. I am going to make a loop, and I'm trying to decide if I want to do a wrapped loop. I think I do because of this. I kind of want to pull that in, so I'm going to bend it 90 degrees, just like this. I'm going to take my round nose pliers, and I'm going to go up and over with this. Rotate my pliers up and come on around, but don't close the loop. And then I'm just going to slip it right onto my hanger bell right here. And you can take your hanger bell off to do this. I was just trying to get a feel of how it was going to lay on there. So you can take your hanger bell off and go ahead, slip this right on. So just keep your loop open just a little and put it right on there. And I didn't keep my loop open enough, apparently. There we go. Okay, and once you get it on there, you're just going to take your pliers. So I've got my chain nose pliers here. I'm going to just grab right there. And I'm going to take my other pliers, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap. And I'm just going to make a fairly neat, I don't want this one to be real messy or anything, but I'm just going to make a fairly neat little wrapped loop here. I just like it because it'll tie that in a little bit. It's just a little design thing. Okay. And you can do it as neat or as messy as you'd like. That one down there is just a little kind of messy, so if you wanted to do yours messy, by all means, go for it. Got to get a good grip on this guy right here. That bail is kind of in the way. So then I'm just going to wrap it on around. Just grab it where you can. If I can get it right in there even. And come right on around here. Okay. just tuck it, or you can trim it. I'm just going to tuck mine. Just like this. There we go. Perfect. Okay. And then you're just going to put your hanger bail back on. And it doesn't matter which way it goes because gravity's going to pull it down, so it's fine if it flips a little. And there's what we've got. Okay. I'm going to do another one on the other side. Same thing. And then we'll see how they look. So I've got my bicone. I've got my bead cap. My pretty bead. My other bead cap. And my bicone. Okay, same thing as before. 90 degrees. Up and over and around. I'll keep this one a little more open so it goes right on there. Okay, grab it and wrap. It's kind of hard when you have your plier in the way because there's something hanging from it because you have to kind of keep moving it, but go up to the top here and I can wrap it a little more freely. Okay, and I'm just going to trim this one off because I don't want to fool with trying to straighten that out. Okay, and then we're going to hang this one. So that's what we've got so far. Now, we need another ceramic bead on each side. Another bicone and another ceramic bead. So bicone, ceramic bead. One more bicone. And one more ceramic bead on this side. Okay, and then we're just going to do the same thing. I'm going to take two of the hanger bails. I am going to do a bicone, a bead cap, large bead, bead cap, and another bicone. And I'm just going to do the same thing and make my wrapped loop. Okay, just like this. Okay, and then I'm going to trim that off. And we're going to hang it right on. And that's what we've got. Okay, I'm going to do this one more on the other side here. So bicone, bead cap, large bead, bead cap, bicone. Bend this 90 degrees. Make our little loop. Hang it on our little bail. And grab here and wrap. Okay. trim this off, hang it on this side. And then we are going to evaluate. Okay. So here's what we have so far. So now on each side, we're going to do a ceramic bead and a bicone. Bicone on each side. Oops. Okay, just like that. And now is where you're going to need to decide how long you want this to hang on you, okay? So I'm going to hold it up on myself. And I'll tell you what I measure here in just a second. I want it a little bit shorter than I've got it right there. Okay. Okay. So I want this one to be kind of short. I've been wearing a lot of my necklaces shorter lately for some reason. So if I hold it up, put it just where I want it, I'm going to cut it right here, and I will measure this and show y'all how long it's going to be. So it looks like here I have got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 inches. So this is 20 inches before my clasp, okay? So now what I want to do is I want to keep these beads from floating all over the place on this chain. So I'm going to line this up. I am going to get my beads to where they are sitting level here, the same. And then I'm just going to take one of the crimp beads and I'm going to drop it down on here. And I'm just going to crimp it. Just flatten it. Okay, so just right here. All it's going to do is keep the beads from sliding. That's it. No big deal. Don't have to do anything special. Don't have to crimp, you know, make it perfect. Just put it right there. And it's just going to keep the beads from sliding around. That's literally all it's going to do. It doesn't have to, it's not even noticeable once it's on there. Okay, so there we have it. Now we're going to crimp up here at the top. And I did not mention that we needed clamshell covers, but we do. So I'm very sorry, I forgot them. Let me grab them. These are available on my website too, if you need some. Let me find two that will work. Okay, here we go. So, I'm sorry, I forgot about them. So I'm just going to take my clamshell cover. I'm going to put my chain through the bottom of it, just like this. And I'm going to put my crimp tube on. And I'm just actually going to crimp this to smash this down. Again, you don't have to crimp these like you're crimping two pieces of wire together. It doesn't work. If you try to, it just doesn't work. So I just smash them down and then I close this up. I've never had a problem with them coming apart, not one time. And if you don't feel like it's secure, if you're worried about it, put a little dab of glue in there. But there's no sense in crimping these like you crimp a regular crimp. They don't work that well because you don't have two pieces of wire that you're crimping together. So it's better just to flatten them. And I've had people tell me that it's not, but I don't believe that. I've never had any trouble with it, and it's under the clamshell. It's not even going to show. So there it is. Just like that. You have a very professional finish, and you're just going to take a couple jump rings, which I also did not mention that we needed. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm a little scattered today. We've been doing all kinds of stuff, looking at houses online, trying to find a house. We've sold our house. It's just been insane. So I'm a little bit scattered, but we're just going to take a couple of what are these? Jump rings. A couple of jump rings. And we're going to hook our toggle ring right on here. And our bar on the other end. Okay, right over here. You could use a lobster even on this if you wanted. But here we have it. A cute little necklace using beads from the Bargain Bead Box, February 2022 edition. Let me put this on a form and I'll be right back. I'll show it to you. Okay, so here's our finished necklace in my light box. I like it. I think it turned out really cute. Kind of different. I like the hanger bells used to hang the dangles from. Really kind of cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like it and subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't rung the bell, please ring the bell, because otherwise you're not going to know when I upload videos. And I'm going to do a lot more from this month's Bargain Bead Box. So anyway, you guys have a great rest of the day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.